Hello and welcome back to Sprite Guard completes Zenith. I found a couple more trainers and another capsule, and then I think we're going to get the hawk and use the hawk to find another capsule, and I think that's what the main part of what we'll be doing. We might do a little bit more. So the first one is right up here in this area above the city. So let's see how we can handle them. We're using the wrong character again, so be careful about that. Alright, so this one is very aggressively leaving a trail of very slow-moving bullets, but we're doing enough damage at this point that we don't really have to worry about it. Let's see if there's anything we can level up. It looks like we can probably, we can max out Glam, so then it's just a matter of grinding up the single player to see if we can get our Catco monster completely leveled up. So now the next one that I want to hit is actually going to be pretty high up. We need to get up into the air, and so I want to find some jumps that will help me do that. And I'm not sure exactly how I want to make this journey, but it looks like I'm going to need more speed than that. So let's drop down to a good ramp. Like this looks pretty good. So we just need to find a ramp that's going up enough that we can hit that a few times and land up here. And we're actually going to land quite a lot higher than I intended, but that's actually good because I can show you sort of the method that I used to get to this trainer. So this is when we go to the speed rink. This is some place that I very often land. It's pretty easy to get to from the city floor even without the speed key. And so I've done it several times in my videos, but this time what we're going to be doing is dropping down a layer and then down another layer. And down here is a trainer that we have already fought. And so I'm going to find them, and that will let me sort of lay out a bit of... So that's a way to get your bearings. There's a trainer there. There's these sort of funny-shaped stack things over here, and we're going to go to the left of them, and over here, that's the tunnel into the underground city, and over here is a trainer. So we're going to battle them. And they're going to always do the opposite of what we do, and so we have to figure out how to land hits while dodging theirs. And they do a bit of damage to us, but we're doing very little damage to them, which is the real problem. Because we're having a hard time even hitting them. Because by the time my bullets get to them, I have to move. And so they are dodging my shots better than I'm dodging theirs. Somehow I won. I'm not sure exactly why. Did I win? I don't understand. This game is a little bit glitchy sometimes, but I don't think I actually won that. So we can only take like 3 hits from this guy, so we have to be careful. I think it's just a matter of moving at as little as possible, as late as possible. And that way we can eventually land some hits. There we go. So it's just a matter of care and patience and a little bit of tricky movement. So now what I want to do is head over to the hawk and use the hawk to get some more high up capsules. So let's see. Actually, I want to head, I want to head away from the city and then do a flip. And then once I let go of the stick, it will automatically right itself. So that's a neat trick for turning around quickly in the hawk. And it's actually something that I picked up by watching NerdCube's GTA 5 videos. They do a lot of things where they had to fly over the same place over and over with a jet. And he had to teach Martin how to turn around quickly. So there is our capsule, and I seem to have sunk into the floor. That was kind of cool. Now, there is another capsule in sort of the upper city. So we're going to head back up there. See that there was a bridge kind of across the middle of two towers in the middle of the city. So we're going to try and get up there. And that's actually very nearly perfect, though we got a bit more loft than I wanted. But that should be fine. And then once we're up here, I actually want to see if there is a way to get here without the speed key, because that's something that I would find pretty interesting. So I do think that you can get up into the two rooms above this without the speed key. So it may just be you go up there and then you just drop straight down to here. You may also be able to get there if you're going fairly fast over that wire there. So there are definitely ways to get up here. And now I want to take this up, maybe with a bit less speed actually, because I want to hook onto this thing, and I want to see where this goes. And this takes us actually up here, which I believe is how you get back into the underground city. Because we can grab onto this, if I'm a little bit more careful. There we go. And that will actually take us over here, and then from here we go up here, and there is a rail for us to grind that will take us almost straight into the underground city. Now I don't actually know that we have anything to do in there, so I'm just going to demonstrate this, and then I am going to go back to the tutorial and see if I can find any more things for us to get. But first, I just want to fly around a little bit and see what we can find on our own. Like, for instance, there is a rail over here that I don't really know where it goes. So we can actually see. So this goes over to some place that we've been several times, though I'm not sure we've explored that structure straight in front of us very much. So that may be the next thing to explore. For now, I want to see where this rail goes, where it connects to. I also haven't explored that structure to our right especially much. So this leads us out here, which actually leads us straight into that structure I was just talking about. This one here. I don't know if there's anything on it. We may have actually gotten everything that's on this structure. So then, in that case, the next thing to do would be... Well, actually, we can check the radar and see if there's anything anywhere near us, and there is not really. So yeah, we've gotten everything here. So the next thing that I want to try before I wrap this up is to get into these sort of crescent-shaped things over to the left here. And that's going to require a bit of jumping. Now we're up onto this one. We can kind of wall climb a bit. And I think I actually want the steeper No, I'm not actually able to... Okay, so we need to find another jump. I think we can use this one again. And this will allow us to get up higher. And then we may actually want to head... Oh, okay, that was perfect, actually. So let's explore this a little bit. We've got a top floor here. And we can loop around. And now that I'm actually up here, I feel like I have definitely been on this one before. But I want to be thorough. And so then I'm going to drop down to the next one. And see if there's anything here. And actually, something we can do to be a little bit more quick about it is see if there's anything anywhere near us up here. And it looks like there is not. It looks like we are not in an area where there's anything to find. And so I think I'm going to wrap it up here and then take another look at the tutorials and see if we can find anything else. And I think that we may actually need to go back into the underground city because I am really not sure where else anything would be. It seems like we have explored this city pretty thoroughly. Now, actually, now that I'm seeing it, there might actually be something on top of this bit here. And so, let's try and get up here. And... whoops. Was a little bit too slow on that. So, we're up here. You can see that there's something... no, it seems to be actually quite a ways away in this direction. Yeah, I think it's in the underground city. Alright, so that's going to be it for today. I'm going to wrap it up, and we're going to go back to the tutorials and look for the rest of the trainers. So thank you very much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.